alongside Egypt. These are the only two confirmed countries that are actually through, to the round of 16 after two rounds of matches. So like I said, it's going to be a loaded one. We have our man in Morocco, Biodun Alabi, who actually needs no introduction. So definitely we're going to be hearing more from him. We're going to be firing in some in-swinger from Morocco, everything that happened behind the scene, the mood in camp, and of course what to expect from the final group game tomorrow against the Cranes of Uganda. Biodun, I hope you're set. Good morning.
Good morning, Yemi and Lara, the delectable.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you added the delectable vibe.
I don't know how you're feeling over there, but I'm in company of two ladies, and they're looking good this morning. But it's good to see your face, man.
Yeah, good. There's no lady. You are lucky. You are in the company of two ladies. There's no lady here.
And I believe you. I believe you because you are a deacon in church.
So let's go straight into the business of the day. You were in Fez to see that game, Super Eagles against Tunisia. I'm very, very sure that you had a very, very good time, watching the team. So after that game, what's the mood like in camp now?
Well, the mood in camp is that of excitement and fulfillment on the part of the players and officials, and certainly too the mood, among the journalists here, Nigerians who live in Morocco, is also that of excitement. Everybody is happy that the Super Eagles, are doing very well. Not just doing very well, the team has also won back some heart. Some people who have been, hopeless about the Super Eagles are now, getting back their hope. And they are having this feeling that the Eagles could go all the way to the final of this tournament and win the cup for Nigeria for the fourth time in history. So it's a generally happy atmosphere for everybody here. After the game, there were songs, there were jubilations, among journalists, among Nigerian fans. In fact, Nigeria actually had a lot of support from Moroccan fans here. They were all, behind the Super Eagles. I guess it's simply because, I don't know, these North African brothers, they have a way of going against each other when games, involve them with Nigeria. But it was an incredible game. Okay, inside that stadium that day, it was all red. The Eagles, I can say to you confident that the Eagles played that match in Tunisia, not in Morocco.
Wow.
Because of the closeness of Nigeria of Tunisia to Morocco. We saw a whole lot of Tunisian fans that took over the entire, territory inside the stadium. It was all red everywhere. And you could also feel the screams, the voice, the noise, and the music of Tunisian fans dropping that of the Nigerian supporters club and Nigerian.
We heard reports that it has been raining. We see report that it has been raining from the commencement. The weather is cold. And also, let's talk about the facility. What do you think about the facility? Is it up to standard, really?
It's because you are seeing me, you are talking to me in my room. That's why you can see me wearing just a shirt. Okay. If I go out downstairs now, I'm going to get in a winter jacket.
Oh wow!
The weather has been freezing cold here.
Wow.
Blanca, which is like 4 or 5 hours to Fez. So for each of the matches that Nigeria will play here, I will have to travel over 4 hours from here to Fez and then travel back. The Eagles will be having their training today. They are having training before tomorrow's game, and I hope I should be able to make it there. But if I'm not able to make it there, I should get some interviews across you guys back home. So talking about the weather, it's been freezing cold, and you can expect it because Nigeria is very close. Morocco is close to Spain and Portugal. So and those are cold countries too. Because they are European countries, and so naturally we also expect Morocco to be cold. So if you were coming for this AFCON from Nigeria or from countries that are not as cold as this, and you did not prepare yourself very well, then you are taking a very big risk. So it's cold, but then we're enjoying it. We're enjoying the weather. We're getting used to it.
All right, Biodun. Before we take a further question from Olaimi, I would like you to actually clarify this quickly. We are seeing some Nigerians there in the stand supporting the team, because back home there have been some kind of news making round on social media that there is no presence of Nigeria supporters club in Morocco, that the team lacks support. They just get a few support from Nigerians who are there, and with some journalists as well who also doubled as fans. So what's the situation? Do we now have a supporters club on ground?
We had the supporters club, in the game, against Tunisia. I couldn't watch the game against Tanzania, but in the game against Tunisia, I sat close to the supporters club. Don't forget that the supporters club are divided. We have like 2 or 3 groups. When I saw a group, somewhere where I sat, and I could also hear the drums and their songs and all that. So they are here, but not in very big number that we really expect. They're here. We also have Nigerians who live here in Morocco. Statistically, I think we have about over 3,000 Nigerians, registered Nigerians that are living in Morocco. Today, I'm going to meet with the president of the Nigerian community in Casablanca. I'm trying to also file a report from that perspective. We are also striving to get to a place where we could get Nigerian food, because we've been here. I'm not.
I understand. That's quite important.
It's only the Ajabota. If you want to eat there.
I am not.
I am not.
Okay, so away from the supporters club and the weather, of course, let's talk about the players. So how impressed would you say you were by Nigeria's attacking balance, especially between Osimhen and Lookman?
Well, not only Lookman, Osimhen, Adams Ako. I think Adams Ako, Osimhen are really striking, a fantastic striking partnership that, could go on to become what we saw, something close to what we saw in the time of Rashidi Yekini, Daniel Amokachi, there. I think this team is in progress. The team is in progress. What we saw against Tunisia was something quite fantastic on the part of the coach. 3 midfielders in the Alabi, and then we now have Onyeka in front of them. Yeah. That actually took the steam out of the stadium. You see, the Eagles controlled the match for 75 minutes. And the bubble actually burst when Coach Richard, removed Onyeka and brought in Simon and Educate, and the Eagles couldn't attack anymore. They couldn't play the pressing game anymore, and gave time and space to the Tunisians, and they got 1 good goal, and they got a penalty kick, controversial penalty kick actually, because I came to watch the game later and I saw that the ball actually fell on the hand of Bruno, the defender trying to get this thing down, but then it is what it is in football. Sometimes you get some lucky penalty kick. It could also come on the part of Nigeria in the future of this tournament. But Tunisia was lucky to get that lucky penalty kick, and they struck it perfectly well. So when it got to 90 minutes, and then the referee added 7 minutes. It was hell. We were in the coast, and then I was very close to the scoreboard, so I was watching the clock ticking down gradually. 7 minutes, 91 minutes, 92, until it got to 97. That was when we actually said hallelujah, because at the point that the Tunisians were actually pressing, and it could have ended in 3, But then I was also, feeling that if it ended with 3, that was also the time to do something as comfortable scoreline, But then we were just altered early qualification for second round. She said Nigeria and Egypt. No, Nigeria also joined yesterday. Don't forget the one against Burkina Faso. Yeah, they are also in the second round.
Thank you for that, Biodun. We have just 5 minutes with you, so that we can actually let you go. But my final questions for you is just that I want to know, is there any talk about special bonuses now? We are approaching the round of 16 and all of that. We know the negotiation for the group games already because we saw this team during the qualifiers, boycotting matches, training and all of that. Is there any talk now from the administrators regarding bonuses and all of that?
No, not really. I've not heard anything of such. But I think what's most important for the players is to keep focused. And they should, have their eyes, on getting the second round game. Because against Uganda, Uganda is the whipping boys of that group. But then it's very clearly important for the Eagles to go all out for all 3 points, against them tomorrow and move into the second round. And then, of course, now begin to look at the possibilities of who the team is facing. There are some strong sides there. Cote d'Ivoire is really playing truly like defending champion. Cameroon is also doing well. Egypt doing well, and all of that. So potentially, we are going to see some good games ahead in this tournament. We've seen 24 goals so far. 53 goals from 24 matches, and I tell you that it's a very clear indication of how prolific strikers this tournament have been so far.
So are there any areas that you can add or say that the Eagles should focus on improving before their next match?
Especially Nwabali.
Yeah.
What do you say about Nwabali?
The last 2 minutes of the last match, I really do not understand.
I think Nwabali is playing with injury. That's just it. He's playing with pain.
I could see pressure, I could see him fidgeting, so what exactly is your take, coming from you? I want to hear.
Well, you see, journalists we're already talking here, and if Richard is going to listen to us, we're already suggesting
because you don't want to come off after 1 week.
We're already suggesting that he should field Francis Uzoho in the next game against Uganda, and then he should also let us see some players too that are not playing in this tournament. Let us see them. Maybe you could rest Osimhen. Maybe you could bring in, let's see, AFCON lead the attack. Somebody play behind him. But I think it's still very important that we keep the structure and we keep the balance of the team. That we will have some chemistry going into the second round.
Thank you,
Clearly, I agree with you. Nwabali has to talk to, and maybe Richard will listen to us. And still another goalkeeper.
Thank you so much, Biodun. I hope that during your time here you got a glimpse at Busabe and Tameni from Real Madrid, the matches they came to watch. Did you? Okay, we have to let you go now. You are not lucky today, I'm the one presenting, so you have to go now. No comments from you regarding that.
Thank you so much. I miss you guys. I miss home,
All right.
What's happening? I hope that I stay here up till
we find out. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us on the program, Biodun, Alabi.